can do it. Might just trap it through. Come in with the thunder, baby. Might just snap it through. I roll out in the morning light with that Harley bike, all black. I'm the party type, and it's on tonight. I just stepped in no weapon, but my outfit might take the soul. See my brains and friends, got people slipping on the poles. I just quit, then I'm swerving, wish you would. I'm Timmy Turner, turned her to a carnivore. Now she treat me like a burger. I don't know their names, but they all wanna ride. All the energy around me, I feel so alive. This must be the vibe, this must be the vibe, this must be the vibe, cause I feel so alive. I don't know their names, but they all wanna ride. All this energy around me, I feel so alive. This must be the vibe, this must be the vibe, this must be the vibe, cause I feel so alive. Got a fresh cut in the denim, oh you sick of using my section, and if a nigga wanna run up, boy get done up by the congestion. Then I'm sliding into your DMs in the PM and the AM, then I slide into your feelings when you see just what I'm
5 seconds.
Hey guys, darkbreaker here. Today we are playing the new hero Errol in the jungle, and I will show you guys the build for him, the Arcana for him, the combos for him, and how you should play him in the jungle. First tip, his passive, after 3 auto attacks you do additional attack damage. So you wanna stack the 3 stacks right before the buff spawns. So the third stack, the third auto attack does additional damage. So you wanna do 2 auto attacks before the buff spawns, and then the third auto attack will do a lot more damage. His passive is you can auto attack up to 5 times. You can get 5 stacks, and each stack gives him attack speed, a lifesteal, and movement speed. But it reduces at the same time his armor and magic resistance. So you always want to keep up the 5 stacks as long as possible, so you keep the passive stacks. So when I went from the blue side, I pulled the buff as far as I could. So when I go to the red side, I still keep my 5 stacks. So that's really important. Always keep your 5 stacks up. His first skill is a jump. It can root the opponent if you hit him, and if you hit an opponent, the cooldown get reduced. All Errol skill can lifesteal as well, so that's really good. Errol is really good. That was really good by Timmy, the stun. Like I said, Errol is really like one of the bruisers that I played with insane sustain. It's like Kilgrove on steroid. Like you have so much sustain with Omni Arms and Hercules Madness, and all his skills give lifesteal. And the second skill is his bread and butter basically. It gives you insane lifesteal, especially when you're low life. It heals more, and when you have 5 stacks, it does knock up, big knock up, and a lot more damage as well. If you do second skill and you don't have full stacks, then you just slow the opponent. But as you see, when you use if you use the second skill with full stacks, the sword gets a lot bigger, it does a lot more damage, and it's really good. Right now I see Murad is low life. He will probably go to one of his jungle camps. So I will try to sneak and try to kill him when he's doing one of his buffs. And he's still at his red buff pretty low. So we will see if we can maybe catch him off. But he escapes, so we can't do much. Let's see. Now we use our second skill, and it has a long range. So you can always use that to poke the opponent as well. And I knew from the mini pit, from the dragon mini buff, I can still hit the Murad. So that was really good. His ultimate, when he uses his ultimate, he jumps to the air and he's like drilling from the top to the opponent, and it reduces the armor of the opponent up to 12 times. It stacks, and you can't be targeted while using the ultimate, so that's really good. For example, if Tulin uses ultimate, you can use your ultimate to dodge his ultimate, so that's really good. And once you land onto the opponent, you do a knock up and a lot of AoE damage. Also, while using the ultimate, you get stacks for your passive, because every ability gives you a stack for your passive as well. So if you're low on stacks, you use ultimate, then you're doing AoE burn damage to the opponent and you get 5 stacks, and then once you land you can use your second skill. So the combo is pretty basic. You want to keep your 5 stacks up, and then you just use your S1 to root the opponent. After that, you just keep auto attacking. You do a lot of auto attack damage, and if they try to escape, you can use your knock up, your second skill. It does a lot of damage, and if you're low life, it does you heal more from your second skill as well. So you want to try to use your second skill when you're low life, so you get more sustain. Right here, I was like, maybe I need to use my ultimate, but Hayate comes to save me. Otherwise I would have had to use my ultimate to dodge the Tulin ultimate. So the build, oh yeah, I didn't talk about the build yet. Let's see what we do here. Right here, oh, nice knock up. That was like, he was surprised about my sustain and knock up combo. With ultimate you can knock up, and second skill you can knock up as well. And now I go for the counter invade, because I know he died and his red buff is up, so we can just easily take the... And that was a really good stun. We get a free kill on the Joker, and now we just leech the wave here, get more gold. So for Arcana I go full armor penetration, because you already have a lot of attack speed thanks to your passive. You might consider going Indomitable on red and 1 Atrocity Arcana, so you crit a bit while doing auto attacks. And if you go Indomitable, it gives you armor, HP and attack speed. And if you do that, I would recommend to go Soul Reaver, since you have some sustain already. And for this build, I go full armor penetration in combination with Leviathan. So you have a lot of sustain, and then you have Hercules Madness. The passive shield is insane. You get lifesteal as well. In combination with your second skill when you're low life, you have the Hercules Madness passive activated, and then when you're low life you activate your second skill and you heal so much thanks to that. Then you go Rank Breaker for more penetration. Omni Arms, really good, because you can keep proccing the Omni Arms thanks to your first skill. Gives you more sustain, gives you HP, gives you cooldown reduction, which is really good. I wouldn't recommend going Frost Cape. Omni Arms is definitely better on Errol, in my opinion. And then for last item, I go Fenrir or Blade of Eternity. And Blade of Eternity you can sell for Death Sickle as well, so you can have that combination. But I would recommend Fenrir, to be honest, because Errol has high sustain already. It's pretty tanky because of Leviathan, so you are quite tanky already. And if you go Fenrir, you can basically one-shot the opponent ADC, so that's really good. You can just jump in with ultimate, reduce the armor of him. When you land, you use your second skill. It does a lot of damage, and he gets knocked up as well. And then if he jumps out, you use your S1 to follow him. Errol is also a really good diver and initiator. You can dive with his ultimate and then jump out with the S1 again, or you just jump with the S1 and then use your S2 and then jump out again with your ultimate when you're low life. But you have to be careful, because the ultimate can be cancelled. So try to use it when they use most of their CC, so you can jump out. Either use the ultimate to jump out, or as an initiator tool. But usually you should use it when you're out of passive stacks. You just use your second skill, you're out of passive stacks, then you use your ultimate and you get a lot of passive stacks again. and when you land, you can knock up the opponent and then use your S2 again to knock up the opponent again. So that's really good. So we talked about the build, his Arcana, just full armor penetration. What else? Jungle pathing. Maybe some tips for the jungle. You can do 2 camps at once as well, like I show you right here. Just pull it and then use your S2 to hit both camps. So you can use that as well. But in the beginning, you should not use the S2 because you lose your passive stacks. And you want to try to always keep your passive stacks up. Right here, I just used my S2 quickly because I want red buff. So I can join quickly the team fight again. We're doing pretty good right now. We're 7-2, 22-8. So that's really good. We got 1 tier 3 tower and we should be able to get another one. The teamy just suicides, I guess. S2, boom, lot of damage. We use our ultimate and we just dive him and we can just jump out with our S1 again. I actually tried to maybe kill the Joker, but he still has ultimate and he used his S2 to dodge my S2 damage. So that was pretty good by him. Right now we got all tier 3 towers. We can basically finish the game pretty quickly right here. Let's see if we can maybe... Oh, we tried to predict like his shadow spot and use the S2 to the shadow spot, but we barely were out of range. Otherwise we could have done a lot of damage to him as well right there. Murad has his ultimate, so we need to be careful to not get a lot of damage. And I just used my S2 and we killed the Murad and we can basically finish the game right here. The Nexus is almost dead and now the Nexus is dead and we won the game. Let's hop right into the second gameplay. I show you quickly the results. It's a normal game since new hero, and otherwise we wouldn't be able to play him since he would be always banned or picked away. So we just play normal game quickly, and now let's hop to the second game. This time I basically talked about most things, so let's just do a commentary. So, like I said, do 2 auto attacks before the camp spawns, and then you can see the third auto attack does more damage, and you do so your jungle clear is quicker. And just auto attack, use smite. Always try to keep your stacks up. I will show you, I think I will do it right here. I will try to pull the camp, so when I try to run to the next camp, you can see I will pull it out as far as I can, so I can still keep my 5 stacks while jumping to the next camp. So we managed to keep our 5 stacks, which is really good. Errol has a really quick jungle clear. I think if I actually went full armor penetration in both games, but I think if I had 1 atrocity, it would really help me out in the jungle clear in the beginning, because you will do a lot of crits because of the attack speed steroid. Use S2 right here. We should be able to kill the Tulan. Oh, he used jump and flicker, so we couldn't reach him. That was unfortunate. We used our ultimate already. 2 people from the bot lane are really low. Maybe we can dive them, or first we need to push the wave in and then maybe we can dive them. Let's see. We hit our S2 onto him, which was really good, but Roxy still survived. Let's see, we should be able to kill the Rock pretty easily. So we got the double kill, which is pretty good. The Roxy is low, she's still there. I think the Tulan is here in the bush. Okay, he was there. Oh, he dodged the... You see, that's what I mean. You can use the Errol ultimate to dodge Tulan's ultimate. We missed our S2, he dodged it with his S2, but we still outplayed him by dodging his ultimate, using our ultimate. So that was pretty good play. just taking the heal point and trying to do our clear right now, blue, red, and then maybe go for the dragon if we get a successful gank in the bot lane. Right here Teamy is, I don't know, leeching XP and gold, which is not so good. He should be, I don't know, getting vision for us or help the Hayate in his bot lane. Let's see, let's do red buff and then we go for bot gank. Usually you want, it depends. The pathing for Errol depends. I think I talked about it in one of my Murad videos. It always depends on the comp and where you want to finish. Usually I want to finish at Abyss side, so I start the buff at the opposite of the Abyss buff, so I will always finish at the Abyss. But you might also consider finishing at the Dark Slayer to gank or get the mini dragon, but it always depends on whether you want to get to force, you want to try to force the Abyss dragon, or you just want to get a gank at the top lane, get mini dragon, and then go for counter invade to get his opponent buff while they are doing dragon. So you always have to consider the enemy comp, whether you want to go dragon. If you have a good early comp, then go for dragon, finish at dragon side, or if they have a strong early, then you just go for mini dragon finish. You can also, like I think I mentioned it already, start at the Abyss side, finish at mini side, but still run back to the dragon side. So you still try to contest the dragon, and after the dragon is done, your buff will spawn as well, and basically your jungle rotation is quicker if you do it like that, and you don't have to wait. Like you do dragon and your buff is spawning at red buff. Wait, for this example, like I start at red buff, I go blue, and then I go back to red buff, back to dragon, and when dragon is done, I can go straight back to my jungle and I can do red buff, so it's quicker. Otherwise I would have to go straight to my, otherwise I would have to go to the blue buff and I would lose time. So this this style is quicker basically. Let's see. Oh, the Caffeine is out of position, should be easy kill for us. And you saw S2, boom. S2 is your bread and butter, does a lot of damage. So you don't want to play around, attack speed, you want to play around burst damage and sustain. High cooldown reduction, so you can keep spamming your S2. You have already a lot of attack speed thanks to your stacks. jump, which is 4 seconds cooldown if you hit the ADC. And then you have the ultimate to get close even more. So you have your ultimate. Next time.